All right, so I've made a few mods. Let's see what it looks like. Looks like my splash screen isn't working here, but that's okay. So this some of these things are disabled. This is trivial. The sound can go off and on, but when you come in here, it actually if you don't touch anything, it knows the sound is off, and that's because the sound is not that good. All right. These units here, I don't know if you can notice, the heavy and the light armor have a more recognizable icon. All right, so that's different. The map is a little different, but the big change is that now we have movement cost. So instead of it just saying like you can move a set range, you now have movement points for the unit and movement costs for the terrain. So as you can see here, you can move a lot further on the road. I don't have the movement path set. I just got the A star algorithm set. That's an infantry unit. He, it's the slowest unit there is. Um, let's go over here. No, the only way to cross the rivers, those big hexes, is if you're. Um, so I'll put move here. So he can't cross over the river hexes anymore. I removed that. He can cross over the streams, but it's just once per. So he can move into that one stream, but those other hexes are based upon moving on the road. Now, here's the thing. Ideally, you want to move onto the road at the normal hex, so it would be like um, that's a grass hex, so he would use the grass hex movement, and then when you're moving along the road, it would be your um, movement costs of the road. I've only got one thing coded, and that's all roads are lesser. So ideally, it should be something like that, and then you could get your movement along the road. I don't have that coded. I think the next thing I'm going to do is go about ranged combat. I'm not really worried about the pathing algorithm. So yeah, I'll do that later. But the good thing is that kind of stuff is done. One of the reasons why I want to do the map is because every time you added a tile, it screws up your map because your map has got tiles in there and now you've got something misplaced, so it could put uh, tiles in a weird way, and it's not the easiest to draw these if you have a lot of variability in the tiles. The other thing just to note is if you make a change to the tiles, you make a change to the map, and then you also have to go in and enter all the user data. So I want to kind of get it set. When I was redoing this today, there were definitely like some road and intersections that I wish I had more of, so I could do things a little differently. Let's see if you can tell a difference. I don't respect um, when you're moving through, like if somebody's blocking it, like theoretically, that should block that guy, but he can move through him. If you played those games back in the day, there was like rules for you could move through your unit, and if you didn't obey the stacking order, or you could, but you couldn't blow it with the enemy or something that's kind of complex. I'm not doing that either. Uh, let's pick up the heavy. For some reason, the heavy is not on the road, but whatever. Let's get him up and see if he does anything to people as a heavy unit. get a comparison of his movement to this guy. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So they're the same movement rate, these two. Except, whereas this guy can cross that string, he can move, whether he's just moving into the string. This guy will not be able to move into it, I don't think. Oh, he can. Okay, but can he move into the water? I don't think so. No. So he can't move across. So, yeah, that's what it is. So the streams, anybody can cross if they have the movement points, but the rivers, they can't cross because it has a much higher movement factor. Yeah. So that's that. It's getting there.